Hey guys, Jim Bounds at Motorhome Rehab Ranch, and while I was working on the series on the headliner, I talked about I'm going to refinish the air conditioner and the plastic covers, and I had a comment about well, how do you refinish the other stuff that still has a good surface? When I say good surface, they just air conditioner panel. All right, there's some pictures along with this video down at the bottom. You'll see the original air conditioner. This panel here is in good plastic condition, but it was not that white on the outside. It had yellowed. and honestly, the yellow was not very appealing. It said, hey, I'm old. Okay. You'll see also a picture of how dirty it was. There's a piece of insulation in here. Understand, this is where your air flow is going to be. I want an insulation on there, but I don't want like paint or anything like that. So when we finish this is finished, ready to go. There's no paint or anything here because the paint will pick up germs and grease and stuff like that, and it'll stick to it. We want to have as slick a surface as we can right here. I don't really care about getting any paint in here. What we're interested in is out here. We want to get it to stick. When I say stick, paint won't bond or stick to aluminum. Uh, if there's grease on the plastic, paint doesn't like grease and it won't stick. The first step, if you're going to clean and refinish a piece of plastic, is you have to get it super, super, super clean. Um, these grates, I'm also not going to recolor because, again, the air flow is going to be through this, and I want clear, clean, unfinished plastic. Okay, you can see how this is a newer vent cover, and here's an older one. What I'll do in my travels, I try to look for a new vent that's not as yellowed as this, but these are the two we're going to use. But it has to be very, very clean like these are. Vents. We don't want to paint vents. Again, the air's flowing through there, and anything, the paint is a different finish. It's a softer finish than the plastic, and stuff will get in there and get gooey and sticky and nasty. So you want any vents to be just super clean. That's what we did here. But the finish on this didn't look good. Now I chose black. As Henry Ford said, everything is black is a good color. More than that, though, the new style today is black air conditioner covers on the outside and black inside covers and all this. And to style it up a little bit, this is an ancient Dometic Penguin that I'm refinishing here. About the time we get finished with spending the time to refinish this, the thing will probably stop working. But in its day, it was a low profile rotary compressor. While we're talking about that for a second, new air conditioner. Somebody says, what's the best air conditioner? Best is a relative term because I don't think that any investor would invest to a manufacturer to make a substandard quality device today if it's a standard brand. There is a new brand I've been heard from friends and stuff. Ace Pro Rec Pro AC. Uh, uh, that whole new series of air conditioners. I believe they're from New Zealand or something, maybe Canada. I know that sounds really vague, but when you start, I want you to go online again. If you're looking for an air conditioner, go to RV Roof Air Conditioners and look at what's there. There's a plethora of stuff and ways to get them and all this kind of stuff. There's no reason to second guess what you see on the internet, honestly, because uh, the distribution of this stuff, you might as well get it sent in. You could check local pricing, but if it's not somebody, anything smaller than Camping World, something, it's very, very difficult to compete in RV appliances because the margins are just so tight. And if you do say, well, I want to support the local guy, I appreciate that. Uh, and what, say, look, I want to support you. What's the best price you can give me? And now expect that service, right? Right. Well, back to vinyl dye refinishing. Hey, if you've heard people say, "I'm going to dye it, I'm going to paint it," what's the difference? It's going to end up black, right? There's a difference in dye or stain, okay, which is really real thin, and it gets into the pores of whatever the surface is, and really gives it kind of the same texture, but a color, a dye of the surface. Paint more gives a surface layer of material that you look at color and texture when you're looking at paint. When you're looking at dye, you can get uh, gloss and dye and stuff, but generally speaking, you're going to get a satin finish dye. And another difference in dye is it is an etching material that etches into whatever the material you put on it. And that's a good thing because paint, you've seen paint that flakes off. You don't want that. A dye really binds to what the material, what the finish is. And I feel that a dye is much more resilient in this application. So what I did here is I got it really, really clean. I used Dawn dishwashing liquid. Why, you say? Well, Dawn dishwashing liquid has a hydrocarbon emulsifier. It's a chemical mixed in with the Dawn that grabs the carbon molecule, pulls it away from the rest of the hydrocarbon, and it's no longer sticky. So if you really, really scrub it with Dawn dishwashing liquid, we used to do that with cars. Guy would bring a car in, we're going to detail it. First thing you do is wash it real good with Dawn. It takes everything off. It gets all that old wax, all that stuff, takes it all off right down to the paint. A lot of time when you get an older car, we'd wash it with Dawn, and man, you'd finish and it would look dull because there wasn't anything on it. And wax was making his car look good. So anyway, you get it real clean surface. If you don't use Dawn, you could also use a wax and grease remover in PPG brand. It's a DX330. You don't want to use their 440. It's a little bit more aggressive. When I say aggressive, if you use straight lacquer thinner here, it will definitely take off the paint. But if you rub it too hard, it'll start getting into the plastic. Okay, so if you do use lacquer thinner to clean up or whatever, understand just a little bit. If you're going to use it for touch up or whatever, will make a big mess. Okay, but DX330 and 440 are different formulations of sort of a lacquer thinner. You can wipe on, wipe off. The lacquer thinner loosens up any of the waxes and oils and greases, and then you wipe it off. If you left it on, that would make it a fish eye. Have real splotchy looking stuff. They call that fish eye. All right, you got it washed real good, dried real good. Wait a day. That's what I did. Now, on the pictures, you'll see that I taped off the front here area here. Now, you don't want to try to tape. The tighter you get, the more difficult it is to tape off or bag off. And this is the tape. The green tape is a very, very good tape because it's almost as good as fine line, the blue fine line. It holds well, but it won't pull off any old surfaces or anything like that. Okay, so when you go to an automotive paint store, tell them you want some green tape, green masking tape. Colors mean things. So I bagged all this stuff off, cleaned it real good, bagged that off, and the other side. You see the picture. Then This is called Satin Black Trim Paint. This is a lacquer-based paint. It's an etching paint, so when it hits, it digs in. It's a dye. It's real runny. If you shot it on, you put it on hard, it would just run immediately. You want to put on many light coats. If you see in the pictures, you'll see the first coat. Just you go around the out edges and the places, the little nooks and crannies and stuff, and go in different angles. And let that dry real hard. Let it dry. See the picture. And then you come back and you lay another coat and maybe another coat and another coat until you get it built up. And when you put that last coat on it over the whole thing, where it's all still kind of a little gooey, of course, don't touch it, but yank your tape off. Reason is that paint's a little soft on those edges, and if you pull the tape off while it's still soft, it'll skin up that little edge and it'll finish itself off. If you wait and pull this, you'll have a paint line. You follow? So that last coat, put a little bit on there, right around maybe the tape. Not a lot, but a little bit. Pull the tape right away and don't touch it. That's where we are right now. I dyed it. many coats. Okay. Reason I chose black is one, I had it, but I'm doing all my trim, my headliner trim in black. Right. Now, there are other parts in your coach you may want to dye. If your forward side panels are in really good shape, you could dye those. What you'd want to do if you wanted an exact color, get a vinyl, go down to your automotive paint store, and they can mix you up some vinyl dye. Tell them you need some vinyl dye of this color. I would get in satin. They'll ask you if you want a primer. It all depends. You could finish it off, put the primer, and then put the color. If it's going to be a big change, primer helps you paint less material because it's closer to the color. They'll ask you if you want to have a sealer. No. You don't want to make this a base clear to where it's got protectors on the top, even though the protectors may help a little bit, but it'll make it where it's not the finish you want. Trust me. You'll have some extra if you ever nick it or something. The nice thing about vinyl dye, without the sealer on it, you can come back and touch it up and you'll never see it. Okay? So you'll use that vinyl dye or stuff all across the front. I do the front edge in black, and then all of your colors will match whatever vinyl you're going to stretch the panel, the glove box, and the donut with. If that's where you're going. I've got a video about doing the dash. I had a comment that I didn't quite go deep enough. Well, okay, I can do that. Give me a call until then, and I can step you through it. A lot of parts on your coach that if you do want to color them, recolor them, you want to dye them, this is how you do it. I hope this was helpful. Just a short one, but it was answering a question that one of my customers had. Customers, ranch hands. I'm sorry. Hey, 30 years of that. I can't get out of it. Thank you for your support. Hit like and all those kind of things. And we'll see you next time.